you want to hit the guy on the right, but then when you press right, he moves to the right instead before you hit the F button to hit the guy on the right. So you're pressing right, and then this happens. Now, the basic idea of IDA is to use this component with a strafing mechanic like ALS. But then strafing mechanics just starts from this simple setup in the character movement component. It's right over here, character movement component, rotation settings. So by default, we're using the orient to movement, and this is set to true. But in strafing mechanic projects, they're using this use controller desired rotation. So we're going to set that to true and set this one to false. Now, with IDA, that kind of setup works amazing, because now we're going to be very precise on where our character hits, right? But then it does not look ready. But this is basically the idea of using a strafing mechanics, is to use blend space with your character. Now, there are tutorials on blend space, but let's integrate IDEA with ALS. Now, as you can see, ALS has strafing, so when you press left and press right, he does not rotate to the right, but strafe to the right instead. This kind of setup is gonna be perfect for IDA, because then let's see the character blueprint. So it's right here. When you double click it, this is not the, on ALS, this is not the parent class, this is the child class, and we won't see any input event in the child class. Find the parent class right here. I have this already opened. This is the first thing that you're going to see with ALS. This is the event graph, but what we're looking for here is the player input graph, so it's located right here. This is the movement input. We're going to get the component receive information from both this input axis event. So first we're going to add the directional attacks component. This is the first step, and then copy the setup from the example blueprint. Right here, and connect the nodes just like in the first tutorial. So forward and backwards, that means X, and right and left is Y. So the button is completely up to you. Compile and save. Don't forget to check the animation blueprint of the mesh, just like in the first tutorial, and we can see the double click the anim blueprint and find where the output pose is located. And if this is not there, because by default this is not there in ALS project, you're gonna find it to look like this. Just do this like in the first tutorial. Compile and save. Also make sure they're using the same skeleton. If you're on Unreal 5, you don't have to worry about that. So let's see IDA with ALS. See? Now we can be more precise in where we attack. As always, good luck with your project. Thanks for watching. Now, just for fun, let's beat the living heck out of these guys by adding the pawn component to the blueprint. Press Ctrl B to find the blueprint in the content browser and add the pawn component. Let's also add the time gate system into the level so we can see some slow-mo action. IDA is being actively developed, so right now if you have any requests and that might align with the vision of IDA, well, feel free to reach out.